In this second module of animation, you will learn about the Autodesk Maya history, future, and the application of Autodesk Maya into the industry. Computer graphics (CG) has grown into the include of creation, storage, and the manipulation of models. Until the early 1980s, the computer graphics were very expensive due to the cost of hardware. When the home PC was introduced, the scenario was completely changed. Even after 1980s, the small industry could also think about to producing the broadcast quality output. Because of the growth of 3D, three-dimensional computer graphics, you have upper-level 3D content creation options available into the market. You can create camera-based modeling, plugin, and the autonomous characters, and you can generate realistic, hyper-realistic quality content also, like for example, Hulk, Transformers character. Autodesk Maya also follows this basic element of CG. Maya is a large and a complex program compared to the other 3D application, and it's a really very powerful to create 3D character animation. For example, if you have watched recent movies like Transformer, Terminator, Harry Potter, and all, the maximum movies artist has used the 3D animation purpose Autodesk Maya application. In this session, I will describe the fundamental to intermediate so that you can easily understand the all commands in detail. Maya was originally a next generation animation product under the development at Alias Research. It was based on the Advanced Visualizer, Power Animator, and the Alias Sketch. The course was ported to the IRIX. The porting process was codenamed as Maya later on. Then it has been joined with the Wavefront technology and the Silicon graphics. Walt Disney Futures Animation collaborated closely with the Maya's development during its production of Dinosaur. Disney has requested also that the user interface of the Maya application should be customizable so that a personalized workflow could be able to create it. This was the particular influence into the open architecture of Maya, and it also partly responsible for it becoming so popular into the industry. Maya was charging per seat license that was thousands of dollars per year. Early in its life cycle, Maya made some stunning market expansions. Maya 1.0 was released in 1988. Then it usually referred to the Alias Wavefront technology, and the name was Alias Wavefront Maya. It has quickly won the high-profile clients also, such as Industrial Light and Magic and the Tippett Studio. They were previously using the soft image application, but after a stunning customizable option with Maya application, they had shifted to the Autodesk Maya application also. Previously that was Alias Maya. In the earliest days of development, Maya started with TCL as an scripting language in order to leverage its similarity to Unix shell language. But after the merger with Wavefront, the scripting language is Wavefront's Dynamation. It was chosen as the basis of MEL, Maya Embedded Language. In recent version in Maya like 2017 or 2018, Maya supports two programming languages. First is the Maya Embedded Language and second is the Python scripting language. The software was initially released for the IRIX operating system only. However, later on, this would be available for Macintosh PC system, Linux PC system, as well as for Windows also. This support was discontinued in 2006 after release of 6.5 version of Maya application, and it was available into the market with both names Maya Complete and the Maya Unlimited. When it was turned into the single suite, Maya was acquired by Autodesk in 2005. Since 2005, Maya has been several changes developed by Autodesk groups. In 1998, Maya has been through many iterations and some confusing with the names of Complete Maya, a limited Maya edition. It made its way for Windows and into a Mac OS version also. Now the Autodesk Maya settled into the single version. On February 8, 2008, Duncan, John Stamp, Julia, and Martin received an Academy Award for technical achievement for the design and implementation of Maya Fluid systems also. So Maya is a really powerful application which industry used for the animation and the modeling purpose. Now, before move to the further, we should know about the basic system configuration which is required to run the smoothly Maya application. Now Autodesk Maya supports the Windows, Mac and Linux platform also. The recommended system requirement for the purpose of running the recent version of Autodesk Maya smoothly are shown below into the table. Intel Core i5 or later version. Processor should be minimum 4 GB of RAM. The hard disk space should be minimum 20 GB available for the Autodesk Maya application, and your computer should an additional graphics card support also. Either that would be available with motherboard or the external. Overview of Autodesk Maya. As we discussed earlier also, Maya is an extremely powerful modeling and animation tool. It combines all the necessary tools into the single user interface that is easily to learn and easy to use. Maya is used in every industry. Here you might find the 3D graphics. The application of Maya are as follows. First, film and videos are two most exciting and the fastest growing area into the 3D graphics world. The 3D graphics are also used to provide many different types of effects, from the virtual fire to virtual 3D character to virtual backgrounds. Autodesk Maya is useful to pre-visualization of shot in the both of films and the video industry also. If you have seen a movie Matrix, the entire pre-visualization of Matrix movie has been done with the Maya application. Two primary types of films are created in the 3D animation realm. First is the fully 3D animated film, and second is the live action integrated film. Sometimes it's called the visual effect based film also. In fully animated film, all the visual elements are on screen and created into the 3D animation software and then rendered, and then we convert the data with the help of editing into the watchable video version or the image sequence version. Example of the 3D animation video movies are Toy Story, Monster vs. Aliens, Shrek, Up movie, and so on. When we talk about the live action integrated movie or the visual effect based movie, it are typically shot with the real character, but the background and the other effects are computer generated. For example, Transformers, Jurassic Park, Sky Captain, World of Tomorrows, Tron. These are some examples of visual effects film. Recently, if you talk about the Indian visual effects industry, there are several visual effects based movies have been making blockbuster into the industry. Some of the names are Bahubali, Shivai, Ravan, and so on. Now let's move to the gaming industry. The video game industry enable artists to use 3D software to create virtual worlds and the characters that will be played in a video game engine. The industry is massively popular and it is a profitable industry as like a film industry also. In gaming, Autodesk Maya is being used for low polygon character modeling or the creation of terrains and the architectural backdrops. In fact, nowadays people perform in Autodesk Maya also to game content creation due to the flexible environment of Autodesk Maya and their programming interface. Video games created for smartphones and tablets typically take a few months to develop. But when we develop a large program such as Gear of Wars, Crisis, it will take 2 to 4 years to develop the entire game. Many of the tools available in Autodesk Maya that have a special hook in them especially for use by to the game developers only. This makes it easy for game developers to work with vertex, colors, export animation data and their game engines. It is also really very useful to create low polygon model to use into the game engines. We can easily convert our quad model into tris, and with the help of Maya polygon options, we can restore the tri model into the quad also. Now let's move to the architecture visualization. In this time, each and every person want to see their dream home before construction. So architecture visualization helps them to watch everything before entire completion of real project in real environment. Architects have been using computer-aided design CAD software since 1980 to help the create and better, more stable design for architecture pre-visualization. With Autodesk Maya, architects, design engines and previous artists can now show their clients exactly how their project will look in future. This saves not only time and money but makes the clients happier as design flaws are much more easily prevented this way. Now let's move to the scientific animation. Scientific animation is a field that is similar to the visualization. In this field, Autodesk Maya is used for technical illustration. Maya also use Autodesk Maya application for their pre-visualizations of a spaceship and space-related content creation also. In many instances, this involves to use cartoon or technical rendering engine that produce clean, crisp, and technical rendering. In general, these renderings and animations are highly accurate and very realistic, look like original photographs. Autodesk Maya has all the tools necessary to address this field to work directly out of the box. Currently, forensic and reconstruction industry is also using 3D animation tool Autodesk Maya for their purpose. Forensic animation is one of the first industry to make 3D graphics utilization. In this industry, 3D graphics are used to recreate car accidents, train wrecks, or even accident into the workplace also. In general, this type of animation are low detail but highly accurate in the timing of the animation. Details is keep out all the renderings to make them clearer and prospective jurors and expert witnesses. Numerous new keys, feature addition and architectural enhancement complement these three major initiatives. It makes Autodesk Maya an ideal tool for 3D animation industry. A highly tuned animation system allows artists to bring their ideas to life with the most advanced tool for modeling and animating characters. Currently, web graphics industry and the animation industry also moving to the internet also. Along with this gaming field, a new field that is Autodesk Maya becoming a large part of its graphics, that is web graphics. The 3D animation are used to create websites such as realistic shopping malls where you can walk through a store, pick up the item, look at them and eventually you can purchase them also through online payment methodology. Now moving to the product visualization. This is also similar to the architectural rendering in that product can be designed and tested in 3D software, then rendered to show the investors. After the design is drawn up, a 3D artist will create a 3D model of the product in the 3D design software to test its construction. Then a visualization animation will be created to show how the products will work and how it is assembled if needed. Currently, it's the time to augmented reality and the virtual reality, also the mixed reality. In augmented reality and the virtual reality, a user looks at the world, sees 3D elements added to it. Virtual reality technology and developing a benchmark pace. But what challenges needed to become over for the VR experience to feel truly immersive? as you are actually feel there. However, it is not impossible to imagine a future where synthetic contents will be able to react to as an event interact with the real world in the same way. Hope now you have a clear understanding about the Maya application and their upcoming use into the industry. In next module, we will learn about the graphical user interface of Maya application.